Hi, I'm Phil, and today we're going to look at the second kit in the Elecrfreaks Nezha Kit series. So this second kit is based on the Arduino UNO compatible processor, and I've already completed my first project using it. So we might just go and have a look at the kits first of all. We've previously looked at the microbit kit, and when we look at the capability of the Arduino 36-in-1 Inventors kit, it's very similar to the microbit kit. It has 4 ports on the right for general GPIO modules, so PlanetX electronic modules can be connected. And on the left, we've got the I2C modules. So again, these would be PlanetX modules that plug in by the RJ11 cable and sockets. And the software that is used here is the Arduino IDE. And the board is Arduino UNO compatible. And there are libraries that are supplied. There's a wiki, and there are many projects. So you can see some of the case studies that have already been done. And I'm currently testing these at the moment. And the one that I'm working on for my first project is the basic car. For power, it uses the same arrangement as Lego has used on its 9686 educational kit. So the power function battery box is the same, and the cable that connects that to the Nezha microprocessor adapter is the same, but the motors are different. So you can see some of what the hardware looks like. The mapping of all of the components is shown here. So you can see the general purpose sockets J1 to J4 can either be analog. So the first pin there is A0 and the last one's A3. The second pin is digital. So this configuration, it's a bit unusual. It's a mixture of digital and analog in, and similar to a Grove 4-wire connection. And the I2C sockets, as you would expect, you can just plug in any of those. So this acts as a I2C hub. But in addition to adding external electronic modules, and these would typically be PlanetX modules, you have on board a NeoPixel LED, and that's on A6. And there's 2 motors, there's M1 and M2, and these are connected to the digital ports. And there's also 2 sockets reserved in the middle here for servos. And on the bottom right, we've got a buzzer, a rainbow LED, so that's a NeoPixel LED, and a noise sensor. So the one on the left there is not a light, it's actually a light sensor. So it's actually the wrong labeling for that. Okay, so it works with PlanetX, but not all of the PlanetX modules have software drivers for the Arduino IDE. So that's one issue. So the controller is the same one that the UNO has. The programming method is the Arduino IDE, and it uses a 9-volt Lego battery box. And we'll have a look at my first project. We'll just go across and look at the projects. So I've done and reported many of the microbit Nezha projects, and now for my first projects. So the first thing I did was to look at the quick start and sampled all of the code that was provided on the Elecrfreaks website. So all of this works. So I was happy with the results of that. So I moved on to the case studies, and I went to case study number 4, and you can see what it looks like here. And this is not using the Lego components in the Nezha kit. Instead, I want to test the feasibility of using the Parramatta Library's existing Lego kits, which are based on the Lego 9686. I've added one more component to make it very easy to construct motors and robots. So you can see the arrangement that I've got. I've got a base arrangement which allows you to plug in motors and PlanetX electronic modules very quickly. So instead of taking, say, 50 minutes to construct the case 4 study, which is the simple car, I can construct this, and the students should be able to construct this within about 15 minutes, just to save time. And just moving down, you can see the objective here. The hardware-wise, we're using these components are not from Lego. So I've got both of these from the website in China, AliExpress. And I'm using the PlanetX motors and the PlanetX cables to connect that. And this is what the connection looks like. For software, I'm using C++ in the Arduino IDE environment. So you can see what that software looks like. So if I just move across, we've got the software code here, and we'll see if we can have a look at that. Now you can see it's quite simple. It's importing the library, the Nezha library, and it's setting up an object so that I can turn the motors on and off. And I've set these in opposite directions here, but physically, because I turn the motors around, they appear to be the same. Okay, so the results, I'm happy with the results. And for the references, go to the website. So we might just open that up and see what it looks like. And here we are. So Elecfreaks has a wiki for this case study, and I'm replacing the Lego parts. So they supply quite a good breakdown. They give you a bill of materials and go through a step-by-step assembly of the motor. And right at the end, they provide the hardware connection. So it's only a matter of hooking that up, very easy. And they give you the programming. And this is the code. I'm using their code to test out the libraries to make sure that it works. Okay, so that's it from me. And if you want further references, go to the Elecfreaks website, and there's both a shop there that you can purchase the unit, and that's all from me for the time being. So this is the Nezha car using the Nezha kit for Arduino. And what we have on this car is a base from the Lego Technic MOC component. So the base provides support for the wheels, the battery, and here we have the Arduino UNO compatible adapter for the PlanetX modules. And we've got a ultrasonic rangefinder, and just under on the bottom we have a line finder. So I've only programmed this to be very basic at the moment. So it's controlling 2 motors, and that's all it does. It just goes on forever. So we're just testing and starting off our programming of the car. So we'll just turn it on and see if it does anything. So I've got the batteries on at the moment. So you can see the car's moving at the moment, although it's moving very, very slowly. And that's the reason for that is that the batteries are running down on the motor, for the motor. But it is working. And that's the Nezha car.